Pittsburgh has released their City Connect uniform. Nike, they got the Nike treatment, and it is a whole thing. So, Brad, do you have it?
I do have it. There we
All
go.
right. So here's the uniform. We want to know what you think about it. Honestly, the best looking thing in this entire picture is that baseball bat. Like that's a really nice looking finish.
You're not wrong.
Okay. I'm glad they picked
Brig.
McCutcheon. Huh?
I said break it down.
You got it. Okay, so on the graphic or on the uniform itself, there are teeny tiny graphics that at first, from this distance, look like a honeycomb pattern. And it works in sort of an ombre gradient where from the bottom of the uniform, it is solid, and then it becomes more of that stippled, textured look as it travels toward the shoulders. The tiny designs that look like honeycombs are not honeycombs. They're inspired by the steel industry icons, the three rivers, and the checkerboard flag or the checkerboard pattern found on Pittsburgh's city flag. So that's where you get the designs that are on the jersey and on the hat as well. And that's pretty cool. And obviously, three rivers are going in and out of the city of Pittsburgh. So that's what those are. The texture on each letter of the PGH stands for Pittsburgh, brazen or blazoned, emblazoned across the chest. I can word today. There's a texture on those PGH lettering, and the texture is inspired by the texture found on Roberto Clemente Bridge. So the bridges are a big deal with the three rivers, obviously, in Pittsburgh. So one of them is named after Roberto Clemente, and that bridge has a particular texture. That same texture has then been used on the lettering on the front of the jersey for PGH, and that's pretty awesome. The "We Bleed Black and Gold" is above the jock tag. That'll be on the bottom right hand side of the hem,
bottom
tucked
left.
into the pants.
Bottom left
left
side of the jersey. Yeah, you can't see it here, but it's there.
Yeah, that's what the jock tag is, though. It's that sort of emblematic. I don't know,
the size and everything on it.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, it's there, and it says "We Bleed Black and Gold." And then the last thing is the Pittsburgh P is on the left shoulder, obviously, and then the PGH is flat across the top, and the bottom, it's not very clear here, but the bottom of the P and the bottom of the furthest line on the H create an arc between them. So it is
like a
sort of bridge. That's what it's supposed to be for. It's to symbolize the bridges again. So there's a little bit of a curve there just on the bottom of the PGH. So, Brad, I want to know, now that we've done a full breakdown, what are your thoughts?
Well, one thing, I mean, don't forget the black pants. Got black pants.
Oh, yeah.
Classic Pittsburgh black pants. And on one of the belt loops, I think it's on the left side, like how they have like the thicker belt loop on the pants. It says Pittsburgh, and then they have yellow piping down the side.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the hat is that two-tone. It's got a yellow crown or the gold crown to black bill, and it's got that same texturing that you have on the top of that, like across the chest and the shoulders of the jersey. But my overall thoughts, my first thought was PGH, more like UGH. Am I right? Ugh. Like I don't love them, but I also have an aversion to the color yellow, generally speaking.
Oh, I see.
Like that's part of it. Like I talk all the time about how I want a Pirates hat so bad, but I will not buy one that has any yellow on it. I love the black and red color scheme that they went with for a little while, and so that's what I'm holding out for. But honestly, like it looks good on Andrew McCutcheon. I'll be honest with you,
no doubt,
and it might look better on the field. I don't know, but really, I think the best, like you said, the best part about this picture was that bat, and I think the best part is those batting gloves.
Those those are slick.
Those are swingman batting gloves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels really minimalistic. They could have done a lot more. They didn't touch any other Pirates logo besides the P, which is weird to me, which I guess that's more a nod to the city by staying away from the Pirates itself, because Pirates has nothing to do with Pittsburgh, right?
Right, that's true. Yeah.
And so maybe that's why they didn't touch it, but I don't know. They could have done better, I felt like. How do you feel about these?
So my only my only pushback is on the hat and the logo on the side of the left sleeve. I think everything else is pretty sharp, and I think it's going to really look great on the field,
I'm sure it'll
especially
pop,
on yeah, it'll pop hard, and especially on black pants against black pants, it's going to look fantastic. I love the texture on the jersey. I'm a little bit sad it's not overall, and instead of that blended sort of omni effect, the gradient effect that they've got going on. Although I didn't have a chance to see it throughout, I'm sure that they war gamed a couple of different options, and that must have been one of them. That being said, I don't hate this. I think it's cool. It's awesome. The P on the hat is the problem I have. I wanted them to move in a different direction away from the standard P that we get all day every day anyway. I needed them to lean into something more fun, something different. I don't know what they would have done, but even a bridge across the crown of the hat would have been neat if they'd have taken the PGH, put it on the crown of the hat, made it look like a bridge a little more stylistically, and then they could have done something else across the chest of the jersey. That would have been interesting to see. But of course, none of this matters because this is what we're left with, and we're just going to either have to love it or hate it. So, baseball family, we really want to know how you feel. Are these rocket fire, or did they completely miss with the shot across the bow here? That's what we want to know. Did they airmail this one?